I can't do this.
How's it going, everyone? It's Liam Catterson here with another episode of Supernatural. We're on episode 20 of season 9, which I believe after this we'll have 3 more episodes left to go for this season before we do shift into double digits. Said it. No, I'm looking forward though, because, I mean, like I said, this season, I know there has been a few gripes, but, I mean, for me, I've really found some enjoyability with this season, so, I might just be weird and whatnot, but it is what it is, so, yes. Speaking of enjoyability, I guess as a segue, yeah, really found that last episode to be really great with, of course, the focus on Jodie and Alex, and I'm guessing she's gonna stick to Alex, I think the name was, so yeah, but yeah, that was a really great focus, of course, and you know, really puts Jodie on the on a good path forward, really, especially with the kind of hole in her heart, which, you know, like I said, it's always going to be there. It's never gonna, you know, you're never going to be able to fill that hole, but it is a great moving on point for both characters, I would say, especially with you know, what the younger went through, especially with you know, the vampires that did take her in. So yeah, but yeah, let's roll into this episode. It's episode number 20 of season 9. Let's go.
Why are we here?
Hold that thought.
Hello?
Something nice.
How unique.
Wow! Wow! What the freak? What the hell is that shade for?
Good to see you. Dude, man, we were just talking. You got a problem?
Oh, chill out.
Uh-oh. Oh, is this some kind of, like, supernatural... Yeah, nightclub. Oh, sheesh.
I'm not looking for trouble. I just want a drink. And I want to eat Taylor Swift's heart, but we can't always get what we want.
So you're not a Swiftie, okay.
Oh, trust me, slugger. I got more.
There's a joke here, like a werewolf, a shapeshifter.
Where you going, old yeller?
Old Yeller, wow. And Freddy Krueger, apparently. Walk into a bar.
David. And who's David?
I had another choice.
Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh fuck. Ooh. It was a proper whack and a half. Oh shit, he is. Wait a second, is that Cole?
Matt, it's David Lassiter. Spread the word.
Cole!
I got answers to the math final.
Holy shit! Cole, I don't remember you being a shifter, and I remember shifters, of course, shedding their skin unless, you know, you're a Leviathan.
I can't help you anymore, Ennis. I know what I saw.
They just bought him.
There you guys are.
Take it from here.
Like hell you will. Since when did the feed?
God, I was getting worried.
Listen, detective.
So what are you gonna do about it?
I don't know what to tell you, kid. There's no such thing as monsters.
All right. I mean, I guess this is for his own protection, so he doesn't get too gung-ho about it. But I don't think he's gonna sit down and absorb that.
Just tell me the ghoul can either back us or I'll bend him over, jam a 45 elbow deep, and empty the damn clip.
Seems to be a bit of political warfare going on here.
Maybe you can talk some sense into her, because I sure as hell can't.
She can hear you.
Margot?
What's with the NRA Christmas in here?
Oh.
What are you doing?
Oh, heck.
We're going to war.
This-
You what? David, come on. You don't want this. You ran away to be a human.
Oh.
You always had a soft spot for him.
See, he's such a dick
You're out.
on the Vampire Diaries. It seems like there is a bit of a reversal here.
Princess, your job is to be pretty and silent.
What the fuck?
No more? You don't get a vote.
The fuck? That's just hideous. This episode's been really, really weird so far. I mean, we've had like what? 15 minutes, 2 minutes of Dean and Sam. It's just like, yeah.
Chicago PD, stay right where you are!
I don't think so.
Jesus. Yeah, you went way over your head, bud. Ah! There they are.
And what killed my girlfriend?
We're working on it, okay? And from what you told us, this thing sounds new. Or Freddy Krueger.
What I said! It's what I said!
Put them down. Try a silver bullet. Hey, Sammy.
Yep.
It's gonna circle it back.
Blood and meat. A lot of meat. Actually, this one, this was labeled Susan.
Oh, not Susan!
Sorry. Text.
No worries.
Ah! He knows though.
Dennis, I know this is hard.
Look, there's a silver bullet in this gun.
Dennis, don't.
You're not Freddy Costa, so who are you?
My name is David.
Oh my
Lassiter.
god!
I'm a shapeshifter.
You're what?
We shift our shape. I mean, it's kind of all there in the name.
Yeah, but he's not shedding
Sal Lassiter was my
skin.
brother. He's a werewolf.
Yep. Oh heck. Just getting out of dodge before he gets a bullet in him. Or he could be anyone now. Ooh.
Violet.
One, Julie doesn't want to stop us, and second, how? You're a runaway, and I'm a bitch. We don't matter.
What the fuck is this? What?
What's wrong with you? Since when do you play their game? Since when did you let your dad say to some dick from New York?
You think I had a choice?
Okay, what the hell?
I was there. Where were you?
Oh heck. Oh, hello there! Oh heck. Oh. What the hell was that camera shot? Is Kevin Dunn here? He's notorious for his camera work. Million cuts a second, like.
Godfather with fangs?
If it is, I'm gonna need all
I'm
the
sure
help I
they've
can
been in
get.
Chicago before. Like, how did they not pick this up?
Violet's not picking up.
Wait, so this girl, she's a shifter too?
Werewolf.
Awesome.
No, you don't have shit in common.
Think I'm some freak. Like you.
I mean, you got your hood up, pal. Why did you have the hood up then?
All over town.
Oh, won't the doggies be mad?
Jesus Christ.
That's what you want.
This dialogue.
All right, you're with me, Romeo.
Sounds good, Buffy.
Okay, that and David's appearance might be the interesting things of this episode, okay? Can't beat a good Buffy reference. And he's, you know, cute and whatnot, so...
Almost.
Almost. Uh-oh! It's bad news for you, bud.
You can look human.
Oh, heck.
Act.
Sorry, sorry.
What'd we miss?
Well, you know, a lot in this episode, you know, technically.
I only see one monster here.
Boom. Well, he was human as well, right?
Or I'll take you out and dump what's left of you in the lake.
Jesus Christ.
Sal, I love him.
I wish that mattered.
Well, shouldn't it?
I should go.
Sure, right. That's what you do best.
Oh, heck.
David,
I mean, Sal's dead, so, you know, that threat no longer, yeah.
Welcome home, David.
Oh, heck. Yeah, she knows something's up. Cool.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, we're on our way. Yeah.
Oh,
Just give me a second.
we're gonna have something interesting happen?
You get into this too deep, there's no getting out.
Yeah, guess what? He's going in deep. I mean, the guy hasn't listened all episodes, so it's like, what's changing now?
What are you doing?
Who is this?
If you start hunting, the monsters will kill you.
Dad?
Yep. He ain't dead, though. Okay then. Damn. So that was episode 20 of season 9. I'll see you guys next time. I was trying to do the whole Hideo Kojima approach. Whenever he posts a movie that he does like, he goes into a detailed discussion about his thoughts about the movie. When he doesn't like a movie, he puts on a tweet saying, I saw insert movie here, and that's it. That's the tweet. That's how you can tell he did not like that shit. So, I mean, to be fair, I feel like, you know, conceptually, it might have a bit of potential. The only problem is, and there is quite a couple of, problems that I did have with this episode. It wasn't really hitting so much, especially since there is so much going on this season, and like I said in the last episode, I do expect some things to roll over into season 10, which is all well and good. But I feel like, you know, it could have been ironed out a little bit better. And it could have felt like Supernatural. But it's ironic as well, because this episode had the same premise going as Supernatural did when it first began. You got someone who, you know, follows the path of being a hunter because their partner got killed. And, you know, dad ain't dead. He's missing. He has not been home in a few days, so no. There was, of course, that, you know, that thing. Oh, Ennis's dad ain't dead. So, but that's it though. It kind of doesn't feel. It doesn't hit the vibe of Supernatural, and yet it does have similar elements going for it, right? So, But even then, I felt like, you know, the characters didn't... It almost does feel like this is a pilot attempt. And I don't think, considering I've never heard about... bearing in mind, I think people were a bit peeved when I, you know, first started watching Buffy. I say a bit peeved. It's not so much like, oh, Liam, come on. It's more so like, oh, I wish, you know, you never knew that. But, like, when I first started watching Buffy, I knew there was Angel. So, yeah. But apart from the Winchesters, I think it was, which only ran for one season... I don't think there's any other, like, spin-offs, so, I think this might have been an attempt. So, yeah. But that's all it was, really, an attempt. And that's it, though. I don't want to sound too, like, negative. I always like to bring that positive mind space, like, especially, you know... And I feel like I've said this before, especially when it comes to stuff that don't usually fare well. I don't want to be negative, especially with the world that we live in. I'm sure I've said that a few times, and I'll still say it again, because guess what? The world is still completely negative. I mean, just look at Twitter, for example. It's a bunch of negative Nancys that just need to get the stick out their asses. And... yeah, I just tried to have this kind of positive attitude, etc. Like, even in this episode, there were, like, apart from, you know, obviously, there were a few moments where I'm like, you know what, that's the only probably great bit about this episode, the Buffy reference and all of that. No. Like I said, I feel like, in general, like, especially with the families and all of that, it's, you know, pretty interesting to to bring to the table. But I just also can't help but think of certain flaws in regards to how this has not been brought up before. As well as the fact that certain creatures have apparently changed, which also helps my, I guess, it doesn't kind of help, should I say, my worries that this doesn't really feel like a supernatural show. Well, a supernatural show as in, you know, the IP, not, of course, the whole genre. Of course, this does feel like a supernatural show, but not from the supernatural. Yeah. So, yeah, and it's just, I don't know, it just feels very, very... interesting how they incorporate certain characters, like the shapeshifter, but they can instantly change, and that's not what we've gotten to know of them, unless you are from a, you know, very, very old, like, unless you're a Leviathan, for example. You should be able to do that shit. We should, and don't get me wrong, it is gross as hell, as I have exemplified at times when it comes to Supernatural, but you know, for them to just be like, it's just like, okay, that's weird, because that's not what we know from shapeshifters. So unless there's some kind of you know, evolution that we've somehow missed, then it's just like, okay. So, and like I said, I do feel like this is trying to cater to a backdoor pilot and all of that. Okay. But if you're going to, you know, include it within the world of Supernatural and all of that, you got to have certain consistencies, right? So, because otherwise it just wouldn't feel like, oh, this is not a Supernatural spin-off or anything like that. You know, this may as well just be a new concept or a brand new show, etc. So, except, you know, it's got Dean and Sam in, so it's like, okay, well, this is how you know it's Supernatural. So, yeah. But, I mean, like I said, I mean, with David, I feel like he was probably one of the only interesting characters in this. I feel like with the story, it tried to centralize around Ennis mainly, especially with how he would, undertake. You knew, with everything that was going on, you knew, especially when Dean and Sam told him to stay back, essentially, and obviously he didn't. You kind of knew he was going that route. And yeah, Ennis didn't really hit. I feel like David did, and the kind of backing that is the actor is on The Vampire Diaries. He plays Cole, and I have certain opinions when it comes to Cole. In terms of not critical and all of that, it's more so, at first, I found him attractive and all of that, and he is, of course. But then he turns to be a real dickhead. I mean, to be fair, he is part of the original, so yeah. They do have the habit of being dicks. So, but no, in all seriousness, I liked him there, and I did like him here. But then again, even his story, I feel like his story stands out the most, especially being a shapeshifter and being someone that seemingly is a protagonist. So, which is something that I feel like with it's similar to those who can, tap into people's minds. I feel like, I don't know. There have been, of course, instances like Martian Manhunter, for example, where you can shapeshift and still be a protagonist. But especially in this kind of show, it is really, really, refreshing. So it's one of the little bits and pieces, a little bit of the diamonds in the rough, I guess you could say, when it comes to, this kind of episode, really, is you've got this character who seems to be a bit of a protagonist, seemingly. So, yeah. And then there is, of course, the whole induction of, especially if people are, if this series was picked up, for example, you got this whole idea of, well, it's not always the monsters that are going to be the problem. Sometimes humans can be the monsters, which we've gotten to learn about at times. The problem is, that was like Ennis's first kill, wasn't it? He's so hell-bent on being a hunter, but maybe that's the point. Maybe sometimes you just don't know who are the real monsters at times, because humanity can be the monstrous at times. So yeah, but yeah, I mean, like I said, it wasn't exactly a hit. As I mentioned, I don't want to be too negative. Because I just, there needs to be positivity in this world, etc. But at the same time, I'm not exactly going to hide. I'm not going to pretend, this was great, this was good, etc. Just, for the sake of it. I will call things out, like, especially if it's grating me, etc. Or, yeah, like, I will, see the benefit of the doubt at certain points, but there are going to be certain occasions where it's just like, look, I've just got to be honest, folks. I mean, I always am, but I don't want this to be like a 2-minute review. So here's the only good parts. So I don't even know if 2 minutes is being generous or whatever, but, I'd like to have a very extensive discussion after the episode. I know I made the joke at the beginning, like, I'll do it like Hideo Kojima. I'll just be like, I just watched episode 20 of season 9 of Supernatural. Bye-bye, folks. But that's all I could just think of, like, after, the episode ended, was like, well, I'm not really a fan of that. I know how Hideo can be like when it comes to something that he doesn't like. So, but no, I do want to, and it will, veer into discussions, like if I'm doing a very extensive thought segment on an episode. If it's something like this, I will veer into more so probably the stuff that I didn't like and all of that, just mainly because, I mean, I've got to, yeah, it's got to be said, really. So, yeah, but, Yeah, and plus, I mean, it's not to say, obviously, you know, any Dean Sam Light episodes of, like Bitten, for example, that was pretty interesting. And it was early in the season as well, so it's not like, okay, we've got a bajillion things to do. So yeah, but I mean, even then, that had a bit of an interesting scenario going for it, really. So, whereas, you know, on paper, it might seem like a very good idea, but executing it like it has right now, it just didn't hit. So, yeah. But hey-ho. I'll see you guys next time. Hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. You can check my videos on the right. If you want to check out more of my content, you can also subscribe to my media feeds and channel if you want to. Hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. Hope you guys take care, and I'll see you guys next time.